In recent years, you could be forgiven for thinking that good cheer in the UK commercial property market was largely limited to London and the South East. But Aberdeen, 800 kilometres north, is a market that marches to a different economic tune from the rest of the nation, and one that's currently very upbeat indeed. Record investment in the booming North Sea oil and gas sector and a shortage of high-grade office, warehouse and industrial space is powering a string of projects in and around the Granite City. Analysts say the market is as buoyant as it's been in decades. The company developing the ABZ business park next to Aberdeen Airport certainly has few worries about finding tenants.
The market is tough. It's not all roses in Aberdeen, but I'm certainly glad we're up here and not anywhere else in the country. I know that from speaking to our banking colleagues that they're not lending to many places out with Aberdeen or inside the M25. So from that perspective, I'm delighted that we're up here. We certainly wouldn't have been doing this anywhere else in the country, that's for sure.
Aberdeen's tight labour market means that oil-related companies often struggle to attract and retain staff, so they are extra keen to offer employees a high-quality work environment. At a coastal site just north of the city, London-based fund manager Mountgrange is working on The Core, a planned 1.5 million square feet of energy-efficient business space.
When you look at the office rents 5 years ago, they were perhaps at £23 a square foot. 5 years on, the rents have hit £31.50 a square foot certainly, and there's definitely talk in the market of that hitting £35 in the next 4 or 5 months. Also from a supply point of view, year on year the amount of available space has dropped, however take-up, unsurprisingly, has increased. So there's been more activity, and now we're at the stage where there is now no new space for the occupier to take, and therefore new developments such as the Core are coming through.
Aberdeen, with its oil and gas boom, is obviously a special case. But further south, in the Scottish capital of Edinburgh, there's also a sense that the worst of the downturn is behind us, and there's growing confidence about the prospects for commercial property.
One project that stands to benefit is a £25 million redevelopment in neoclassical Charlotte Square, once the epicentre of Edinburgh's financial sector. Transforming the square's elegant Georgian properties into Grade A offices has been a considerable challenge for investor Fordell Estates and its local development partner Corran Properties, but one they think is worth it in a Scottish capital where new city centre supply dwindled after the downturn.
It is a good time to invest in Edinburgh, particularly in the office sector. There is reducing supply, there is increasing demand, and we're expecting that to continue for the next 2 or 3 years. This project is unique in that environment in that it is blending period buildings with new development, so it offers a different proposition for tenants than the traditional property investment model. That said, we would like to see more inward investment to the city, and this sort of project, being of the nature that it is, more akin to what you might find in Mayfair or the West End of London, is designed specifically to attract those sorts of companies to Edinburgh.
Worries about the future of big local financial companies such as RBS are not deterring investors who are shifting funds north from London, says Ian Lochhead of Deloitte.
I think the pressure on the London market is meaning the inflow of finance to the market is pushing people up into the central belt in Scotland. So we're seeing 2 or 3 buildings that are prime properties coming to the market in the last fortnight. Edinburgh is staying fairly well ahead of Birmingham and Manchester and Leeds regional office markets in terms of rental levels.
Even in Aberdeen and Edinburgh, property investment is hardly risk-free. The energy sector can be highly volatile, and the nation's sustained economic recovery is far from assured. But after all the gloom we've seen in UK commercial property markets, these 2 cities offer a welcome dose of good cheer. Mure Dickie, Financial Times, Edinburgh.